it was the young people. So Adubea, the question was asked, what did you take? Obviously, you can imagine being young, a youngster, the context isn't there as it is for most adults. But nevertheless, I think that perspective will still be interesting. So what did you take from what you just watched?
I actually like the fact that you chose white people as well, and Chinese and Asian, just instead of just choosing black, because when I normally watch programs, it's normally just black people, and you see a very negative view, and although they are going through a very hard time, seeing it from other people's point of view was interesting, because I would never have thought of it in that sense. And actually I've been enlightened what racism is, because I just thought racism was where somebody insults you because you look different, or you have an accent, or say you come from a different background, or maybe family issues that they know about. But it actually looks like it goes quite far back, and I liked seeing the elderly there as well, and you had younger people as well. So middle-aged and elderly mixed together was interesting, because you could see the difference between a while back and now, so that you could actually see the change and how we've changed quite a bit, which was... Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, I know you stuck over there, but can I just put something into context, picking up on what Adubea said and you. The people that I chose, I did not want people to comment on things that they'd read. I want people to comment about things that were part of that history. So these people, so it wasn't about being African or European, it was about your being part of that history. So, for example, if you want to talk about a European, Benn was part of something that was called the Bristol Bars boycott. So that's why I was interested. He was in this house when, was he it was in this house when the first Race Relations Act took place. This is the House of Commons. So he's part of that process. So that's why I interviewed him. Obviously, at that time, we had no Africans in there. So it wasn't about color, it was about the role that they played. Because we can all read about things, and that wasn't where I was at. You had to talk about being part of that.
I think that the diversity that you included, not only with the kind of ethnicity, where they came from, but also their role in society, because you were able to see how all the politicians had similar views, and all the activists had similar views, and we were able to agree and disagree with either side. And based on the length of time, I think it was a bit too long, because again, a lot of the people that you interviewed were repeating what other people had said. So I just think it's a good idea to cut some of it out.
Thank you. Okay, first of all, give your name.
I'm Julius.
Excuse me, can you listen to a young man? Julius, go ahead.
I think that this is the second time I've been here, and I think that it really helps coming here to understand my history and where I've come from, as well as looking at the fact of that how far we have come. So I really enjoyed coming here, and I'd like to come again.
Well, I was talking about the first black Prime Minister.
I think sometimes our youngsters are done a disservice because we don't see the articulate ones. But I think we've got the best of the crop in here because as young as they are, they've been quite articulate. So even though I said this film was not meant for young people, obviously they've taken something from it. But to pick up from a point that Julius made, I did say the reason, obviously you guys came in late, but I said the reason, there was a reason for us being here particularly. We could be anywhere else. But there's that link between the activism and having an act a law passed in this very building. That was part of the process that we were part of. But more importantly, it's important for us to know that I do things in community centres. So I have no problems doing things in community centres. But as Africans, we should be everywhere. So as much as I do things in Tavistock, I do things in the Harrow Civic Centre, I do government office for London, Boris's place, I keep forgetting, City. We should be able to be everywhere and people to be exposed. And lastly, before anyone says something, I remember we did something in the council chamber in Harrow. And this youth officer who brought some young people said he needed to prepare them before they came in here. We should not make these things, these edifices, be so alien to us that we feel uncomfortable. As David Lammy said, we do pay for these things, and we must feel comfortable to come into these places.